Yo, 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 yo. Peace and blessings, man. Peace and blessings. Welcome to Hoodies Up, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As y'all watch this video, please make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure you share and subscribe to this amazing channel. This is Hoodies Up. You are now in the safe house. You can sit back, kick your shoes off, roll you up a nice little joint, pour you a nice little drink, because it is Friday. All right. If you ain't got to work tomorrow, pour yourself a nice little drink. You know what I mean? And get relaxed, man. You know, some things been circulating on the internet. And you know how we do over here, man. I wanna talk about it, man. It's a lot. So sit back, relax. Shout out to the subscribers, man, old and the new subscribers. Thank y'all for being over here, man. Thank you for your support, man. To the new subscribers, as y'all come in, please hit the like button. Please make sure you share and subscribe to the channel. We also have a backup channel. It's Hoodies Up 2.0. And we are also on TikTok, Hoodies Up 34K. You can also subscribe to my IG is Hoodies Up 34K. So you got the IG and you got the TikTok. That's the same, Hoodies Up 34K. And then you have the home base, which is here, Hoodies Up on YouTube. And then our backup channel is Hoodies Up 2.0. So, you know what I mean? Don't be afraid to hit the like button, share and subscribe, it's free, show support. We bringing good content. Just keeping smiles on people's faces, man. That's what's important through all of these hard times. Um, so sit back, relax, kick your shoes off, do what you do. And we gonna be here rocking and rolling. Just give me a second. Oh, also, and we got a surprise too. So this is gonna be the world premiere where we drop the new intro over here on Hoodies Up, man. So this is exciting. Y'all sit back and we gonna get to work. You heard? Also, YouTube, fair usage, YouTube, fair usage. This video is for entertainment purposes only. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Fair usage. I do not own the copyrights of anything I play.
Early morning wake up gently with the caress of your hand and a kimono that I bought you on my trip to Japan. Sunshine peeking through the Venetian blind. 4 years and like wine, you got finer with time. I got a question. If the Prada dressing and the Gucci all got ghosts and the freeze on the Lucci, I mean real bad, girl, I'm talking rougher than rough. Do you think it'd be enough if we just had us? Don't answer quick, think about it, cause I'm asking for real. Gold diggers gonna hear the song driving and crash at the wheel. Forever is a long time. So far we getting along fine. No car I ever drove, no ice I ever saw, no music I ever made, ain't nothing I wanted more. We could deal with whatever together, sunshine or that other weather, when we chasing forever. Forever, I wanna spend all my life with only you. I wanna stay, let's stay together, chasing forever. Chasing forever, a buck worthwhile endeavor it seems. Are we pursuing something real or just chasing a dream of casing the scene? Before I die, I plan to see us holding eternity in the palm of our hands. Now as a man, it's certain things I'm lacking for sure, but I'm committed to growing and coming at you mature. And in the future, I know it ain't gonna be all good, but when we feeling the hurt, if we willing to work, the 8 ball will never turn to see us behind. Though I ain't no knight and my armor don't shine, my mom said the linchpin of love is trust and taught me monogamy is a monogamous. Plus for you, getting by candlelight. Now don't commit before you show you understand me right. It's a race to a strange place, most see never. It's a chase we got to make together forever. You would think after all my heartbreaks I'd be cruel, hiding behind my ego, evil, but no, much to contrary, I'm very much certain. You searching for joy, it's on the other side of hurting. Finally found a person worthy of all. Instead of pushing me down, you want to cushion my fall. Your eyes can make the sun rise, or reversing, seal it with a kiss, bind it with a ring. More carrots than even bugs could eat in a week. And the ripping in the sky, close your eyes, don't peek. I'll tell you what I see in the future. A high CN just so cute with 5 little kids calling you mom and calling me dad. Having more good times than JJ had. Judging by the look in your eyes, you see it. Let no man sever. Welcome to forever.
Yeah, man, I played that for a reason. You know, everything come together like a full circle, baby. Y'all sit back, man. You over here on Hoodies Up, man. You know, when I do something, I do it for a reason, man. Hold on now, hold on. We ain't get to the world premiere yet. The world premiere is coming right up, right after these messages.
3Q on the beat.
Yeah. All right. That was the first intro we ever had over here on Hoodies Up. That's the pinnacle, that's the root, that's the earth of Hoodies Up, man. Shout out to 3 Cube, man. West Africa. I love West Africa. 3 Cube on a beat, man. Make some amazing beats. Y'all go like, share, and subscribe to 3 Cube on the beat. Got some amazing beats over there, man. Great producer. Shout out to West Africa. So yeah, that was the original. So we here, man. Y'all ready for the world premiere of the new intro? Y'all ready? I'm excited, man. This is exciting, man. Hold on. Let's go. Let's run it.
Nigga, you still on Facebook, nigga, answering people. Shut the fuck up. Nigga, I'm out here, digital app, website, all of that. Page views is my middle name, nigga. Fuck you.
Yeah. I just wanna know one thing. Who you mad at? Me or yourself? Sucker.
Selling drugs on the
Yeah.
dime, hanging out with young thugs that
D-Block.
all carry nines. Selling
NYC.
drugs on the dime, hanging out with young thugs that all carry nines. Selling
Salute.
drugs on the dime, hanging out with young thugs
Y'all
that
know
all
what it
carry
is.
nines.
Yeah. Let's go. Hold on.
Nigga, you still on Facebook, nigga, answering people. Shut the fuck up. Nigga, I'm out here, digital app, website, all of that. Page views is my middle name, nigga. Fuck you.
Yeah. I just wanna know one thing. Who you mad at? Me or yourself? Sucker.
Selling drugs on
Yeah.
the dime, hanging out with young thugs
D-Block.
that all carry nines. Selling
NYC.
drugs on the dime, hanging out with young thugs that all carry nines. Selling
Salute.
drugs on the dime, hanging out with young thugs
Y'all
that
know
all
what it
carry
is.
nines.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That is the new intro, man. Excited to show that to the world, man. The history behind that is I created that. Yeah, your boy be doing a little bit of editing, man. I do a little bit of editing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just know that in future things that's coming along, this is gonna be one of the videos that's gonna be edited, man. So, shout out to everybody that like that, man. It got some good views off of that. You know what I mean? I'm really enjoying this editing thing, and really working hard and really putting in the work. So, sometimes you get knocked down, but I'm learning how to keep fighting back. You know what I mean? So, learning how to keep fighting back, keep fighting back. That's a good lead way into what we are talking about here today. Keep fighting back. So as y'all seen on the news, it's a lot of controversy going around surrounding uh Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith. You mainly hear Jada, Miss Jada Pinkett, a lot. She's doing a lot of interviews. She's doing a lot of promotion. Um, and it kind of got the internet on a buzz. It's got them in a frenzy. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, what is all of this for? You hear everybody making these videos telling her to be quiet, nobody don't want to be in your business and stuff like that. And I'm like, that that don't that's not enough, right? Like you guys are making freaking lives and you're making actual shows, like you're taking a segment in the show to talk about, you know, what she's doing and how is, and I'm like, okay, yeah, she's watching it, but she see the comments and she see all of these people saying this stuff. Do she care? Nah, she didn't care. She doesn't care. And that's the sad thing about it. Okay. So, growing up, um, and I'm just gonna be, as open as much as possible. Not too much, but just to give you a little background. Growing up, I didn't have a mother and a father. My aunt raised me, and she did a pretty good job. Um, growing, as I was growing, I was a hard headed kid. Had my hard times, and I turned out to be a great man. And you know, I thank her for that because you know, uh, she used to always go to work, and it was just her. She was raising two girls and two boys. Three of the kids were hers, and I was the 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 kid. I was just the I was the cousin. I was the nephew. You know, once my mother passed, it was like, who else is gonna take care of me? So I grew up watching TV. And one of the shows that I always watched was, well, it was two shows that I watched. It was uh Family Matters and the Cosbys. I'm a young kid from Brooklyn. I don't got no mother or no father. So I don't know what it feels like to have a mother. Well, getting that from your aunt, but you talking about a biological mother? No. I never got that feeling. I don't even know what that feels like to have your biological mother give you a kiss of cheek, give you a kiss on the cheek and tell you, everything's gonna be okay, or just give you a hug or read you a bedtime story. I ain't never have a father to teach me, how to ride a bike or throw a football with me or grab a bat and a ball. And no, I didn't have that. So watching, the Cosbys and Family Matters and the Fresh Prince, watching those shows, it made me feel like that's the type of man I want to be when I grow up. I want to be like an Uncle Phil. I want to be like I want to be like these guys. You know, Bill Cosby, uh, when he was the father to the Cosbys. I was like, wow, that's my father. When he would talk to Theo, I would imagine myself. He's talking to me. You know, and this was in a black household. We looked up to these people to raise our family, to show the world this is what a black family should look like. Somewhere along the lines that got screwed up, and fathers got kicked out of the house. Yeah, you know, these 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 were our fathers to the kids that didn't have fathers. And that was all right. There was nothing wrong with it. You know, when Mr. Huxtable would look at his wife, he always looked at his wife with like she was the most beautifulest woman in the world. And he made her feel like $1,000,000. No matter how silly he was, she always loved him. Yeah. No matter how much Steve would make Carl mad, his wife would be there to love on him. No matter how bad Will made Mr. mad. I forgot the guy's name. Damn. Uncle Phil. When he made Uncle Phil mad, it was like, it was funny, but it was like, that's normal for a kid. I was Will Smith. I was that nephew. Yeah. Don't want to getting all the girls. I'm a player, class clown. I was that guy. You know. Rest in peace to my uncle. He just died. Yeah, so Uncle Phil was our father. But that was just on TV, you know. We don't know how those guys really were behind closed doors. You don't know how their family was, when those cameras went off. For some reason, I always connected with Will Smith, whether it was on TV or through his music. As you see, I played one of his songs in the intro. I always had a connection with Will. I just said that he reminded me of that nephew that just he always wanted to be the center of attention, and it was dope. And I see myself as Will, you know. But growing up, you would never expect the person that you said, man, I would love to be like Will Smith when I get older. He would be going through so much stuff behind closed doors. See, Will got married to this young lady right here. The picture you're looking at is Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith on their wedding. That was a private event. This should have been one of the happiest moments ever in their life, next to them giving birth to their kids. This was the moment. But that's not the case. You see how Will's smiling? He's the happiest person in the world. He's marrying the love of his life. He wrote a song about Jada Pinkett Smith, and it's called Chasing Forever. And when he made these vows to love this woman forever, he wasn't expecting, or I want to say, no, I'm right. He wasn't expecting anything to go the way it's going now. See, because on this day, he was the happiest person in the world, happiest man in the world. He's marrying the most beautifulest woman in the world. I bet he thought, this is gonna be my wife. When she walk in the room, she light up the room. She gonna be the mother of my kids. I'm gonna love waking up to her every single day. That's Jada Pinkett Smith and her mother, Gigi. See, Gigi, and this is just my opinion. Gigi is a grandmother. Gigi is uh I want to get married before we have sex kind of woman. And I believe she was trying to install that into Jada. So she begged or cried. Well, how about this? How about I just play a little clip to give you a full understanding of what I'm talking about. right? Check it out.
Was so upset that I had to have a wedding. I was so pissed. I went crying down the freaking aisle.
Get married.
Cried the whole way.
I think that's the worst I've ever felt in our marriage.
Wow.
I was failing miserably. But on the outside, I was winning. Like, I was built the house and called that.
I'm sorry, let's start that over.
Was so upset that I had to have a wedding. I was so pissed. I went crying down the freaking aisle.
Get married.
Cried the whole way.
I think that's the worst I've ever felt in our marriage.
Wow.
I was failing miserably. But on the outside, I was winning. Like, I was built the house and called the house.
Okay, we're gonna break that down a little bit, and that's gonna keep playing back and forth because I want to just show y'all this. I'm gonna play this one more time.
Was so upset that I had to have a wedding. I was so pissed. I went crying down the freaking aisle.
Get married.
Cried the whole way.
I think that's the worst I've ever felt in our marriage.
Wow.
I was.
She didn't want to get married. She cried the whole way. She didn't want to get married. That explains the somewhat of a smile on her face. Because she didn't want to get married. And the only reason she got married was because of her mother. Her mother said, please marry this man. A black mother. I'm been through struggles raising Miss Jada. Hell and high water raising Miss Jada and her other siblings. And this woman said, please, with tears in her eyes, grandmother, the mother of Miss Jada, the grandmother of their kids, had tears in her eyes and said, please marry Will. And she went right along and married him. But she didn't want to marry him because her heart wasn't there. But Will's was. He loved Jada. You can see it in his eyes. He loved Jada. She learned to love him, but her heart just wasn't there. As you can see, she's hiding behind shades. So you can't read her eyes because the eyes are the key to the soul. Pictures of everything. Look at her. They're going to have smile again. Will loved her a lot. This is a black man. This is a father. This is an uncle. This is a nephew. This is a grandfather. Look. They even went to events. And Will being who he is from West Philly with a great sense of humor, he want to show his wife for. He loved his wife. Look, everybody. My wife got it. Most beautifulest woman in the room. I want to show her off. I bet that night when she was getting dressed, he probably told her 1,000,000 times, girl, you are so beautiful. He probably watched her put on her makeup. He probably helped her pick out that dress. Help her zipping it up. The whole time she had on her mind, I love this man, but I'm not in love with him. I'm going to learn to be in love with him. Will loved her. Still do. This picture right here is amazing. This what black love look like. This is what the Huxtables had us thinking. This is what love is. He showed her off to the world. Showcased her. Everywhere he went. If she was around, he made sure she felt like the most beautifulest person in the fucking room. That night, he knew. She had that dress on. He said, oh yeah, girl. I'm about to do something spectacular. He walked in that room and he pulled the Houdini. Bam! And all the camera flashes just went off. Picture is worth 1,000 words. Will love Jada. Black love. Solid black love. They even went on places and had a good time. Watched shows. I'm talking about laughing till they couldn't breathe. The affection was there. Will love Jada. Will loved Jada. I'm talking about heavy in love. But Jada, she just couldn't. She couldn't face what she's been holding in for years. It was just too much. So they got therapy. And then thinking that therapy will work, it didn't work.
Esther Perel is coming to the table. She's going to be at the red table. Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me.
Oh my goodness.
If you could film me.
Esther, come help us again, please. I'm still dealing with foolishness.
Because she don't just...
Would you say that she helped us heal the hurts that we caused between one another?
My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not, don't just start rolling. I'm standing in my house. Don't just start rolling.
Please watch Esther at the red table because she's helped us a lot. Can't you tell?
Dear Tupac, I know you are.
Yeah, therapy didn't work. Which brings us back to this.
I was so upset that I had to have a wedding. I was so pissed. I went crying down the freaking aisle.
Getting married.
Cried the whole way.
I think that's the worst I've ever felt in our marriage.
Wow.
I was failing miserably. But on the outside, I was winning. Like, I built the house and called the house Her Lake. I remember saying, like, I built this house for you. I called it Her Lake. And she said, you built this house for you.
Yeah.
And I was like,
It just wasn't possible. There was no chemistry between us. I just felt like he was off track a little bit. There were different stages in my marriage where Will and I decided we were not together.
it was devastating for me to accept that I built the house for me.
Yep.
Because in my mind, I was saying I was building it for her, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
I wanted this house. I called it Her Lake as an ego cover. Right? And Jada was calling me on that.
I really didn't want to get married, but
We only got married because Gammy was crying.
I just knew. I was like, I never wanted to be married. It was
Jada-
a horrible.
It was a mess. Jada was sick. She was
yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
unpleasant.
By the time we got to 2016, we were just exhausted with trying.
That in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives. It was
Where is the respect for me?
Will loved Jada. He even built her a house. And she wasn't happy with that. He called her a lake. He named the lake after her as his wife, Her Lake. And somehow it got flipped into some ego thing. And somehow he built the house for himself. In other words, she did not want the house. So I'm thinking either she said, no, honey, don't build it. And he went against what she said and he still built it and said, this is your house, for her to feel like that. Or he surprised her and built the house. And because she didn't know anything about it, she caught a hissy fit and said, I don't want that kind of house. But baby, I got you a lake and I named it Her Lake. No, that's your lake. You're being egotistical right now. You know what? I would love to build my wife a house and call it Her Lake. I would love that. You know what? My wife would love it too. Because she'd say, my husband built this house for me and our family. See that? I added our family. My message to Will. I looked up to you growing up, my brother. I did. I listened to every album you came out with. I did. This album right here is your first album. This is your first album. Ask me how I know that. Well, not your first album, but I think it's your second album. Your first album has Summertime on it. So I want to say this is either your second or third album. Great, 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 great piece of art right there. Love it. Well, you fought and you fought for Jada to love you. And she couldn't do it. She tried, well, to the point where y'all gotta get separated. But you didn't want to get separated. Well, that was her decision. That wasn't yours. Because you loved her, Will. You built this lady a house. You named the lake after her. That wasn't good enough. That wasn't good enough. Well, when she wanted to separate with you, that broke you. You couldn't deal with it. That broke you. Because you tried everything, Will, and she just could not accept or just didn't want to accept your love. This is you, Will, showing her to the world. And this is her saying thank you. That's not you, Will. See, at this time, y'all was separated. And the young man that you see in front of y'all right now is a singer. And the story goes a little something like this.
Like it ain't really nobody's business. Yeah. But now Black Twitter has claimed it as their business.
But,
I think you need to say clearly what happened.
As far as what?
You and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened? An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship. Now, in the process, and like you and I were also going through a process of healing in a much different manner. I would definitely say we did. And it all started with, me wanting to help his health, his mental state.
Because for me, that was the thing when Og first came around, he was really sick.
He was really sick, yeah.
And the outpouring for him from our family was initially about his health.
Yeah. And I mean, we found, and from there,
Yeah.
and we decided.
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Marriages have that, though.
Yeah,
Marriages have that.
yeah,
we decided that we were going to figure out how to make yourself happy, and I'll figure out how to make myself happy.
Well,
I really felt like we could be over. And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, I think from there, as time went on with August.
I launched into an interaction. What do you feel like you were looking for?
It had been, and it was, I think that has a lot, which is another thing that I had.
Yeah. So I let them tell that for you. Well, It wasn't you, Will, at all. You tried your best. And she just didn't want it. You lost it, Will. I'm talking about you lost it. You tried every freaking thing, Will. You even sat there at the red table and you sat there and you watched her tell you that another man experienced your wife. You sat there with a smile on your face like this, with a smile on your face. And your words was, marriages go through this, for better or for worse, Will. And I get it. Will, you were in a marriage. She wasn't. For better or for worse. If that's the case, what is this and why? Man, this is where the black man has reached his breaking point. This is where the black man has fallen down to his knees and he has now realized, what am I doing? Oh my God, this woman does not love me. What am I doing? She doesn't love me.
Lord! Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay.
You reached your breaking point, Will. And you did the most honorablest thing I've ever seen a black man do for his wife. He stood up in honor of his wife. Now, you ain't gonna make fun of my wife. You ain't gonna joke about my wife, my queen, the woman I lay next to every night, the woman I wake up to every morning. You ain't gonna make fun of her. You ain't gonna do that, especially not on TV. And Will got up there and he slapped the piss out of Chris Rock. But he wasn't slapping Chris Rock. He was slapping his wife. Yeah. Yeah, he was slapping his wife. Mm-hmm. Slapping her to wake her ass up. Chris Rock just happened to be a casualty. You got hit by a straight bullet, Chris Rock. That wasn't for you. This man is broken. And no matter how many times he tried to make people laugh and make movies, suppress what he was really feeling, it kept eating at him. Because he really loved this woman. Her. The one that didn't want to marry him. The one that was sick to her stomach. The one that wanted Tupac in the beginning. Yeah. Tupac.
Chris Rock after Chris made a crack about Jada's hair. I could tell it bothered you. You did an eye roll.
Right. Yeah. And I did that eye roll not so much for me. And I think this is really important. But the fact that there could be a jab at alopecia.
Will then went on a profane tirade warning Chris not to mention his wife's name. Jada couldn't believe what she was hearing.
What is going on? Now, first of all, I'm really shocked because, mind you, I'm not there. We haven't called each other husband and wife in a long time. I'm like, what is going on right now?
My wife's
name out of your mouth, right? And I'm like, but now I'm really worried for Will because I don't know what's going on.
What viewers did not see at the time while Oscar clips were being shown was Chris Rock leaning over the stage to talk to Jada.
And Chris looks to me and he says, Jada, I meant no harm. Now, I'm just out of it because I really worried about
And
Will.
what's Will doing? He's just sitting there?
And Will's still talking. He's like, he's still, because now he's mad because Chris is talking to me. And I go, Chris, this is about some old shit. That's all I could think to say, right? And I couldn't really take in his apology.
How unusual for Will, a guy who, I mean, on that kind of stage to do something so insane.
Absolutely.
It's totally out of character.
It's not him whatsoever.
And to Jada's surprise, she was also blamed. You became the bad guy. Look what Jada made him do. Jada rolled her eyes and look what he did. He ran up there and hit Chris.
Yeah.
Poor Will. That's what the narrative became.
Yeah.
She says that's because 2 years earlier, Jada discussed what she called an entanglement on her show, Red Table Talk.
My honest opinion about that is that narrative had more to do with the false narrative that I helped to create on the Red Table.
So poor Will because of
the adulterous wife.
Yeah.
Who forced him to go to the table and sit there, you know what I mean? And now look at what she's done. She has the power with an eye roll to make him go up and slap somebody on stage.
So that...
Yeah. It's all making sense, ain't it? It's all making sense. Yeah. Jada, you don't feel sorry for nobody but yourself. See that? That's the look of a hurt black woman somewhere in there is a hurt black woman. For better or for worse, this man stepped away from whatever he wanted to do in life to pursue you. And this whole time, you didn't even like this man, but you put him through the ringer. You had this man believe that you loved him, but he loved you. And he loved you again and again and again. And what the fuck do you do? Huh? You do this. You broke him. You went on TV. You exposed him. What woman wouldn't want to defend her husband? Because technically, you guys did not get a divorce. So, in the eyes of the law, that's still your husband. I don't care what you say, separated or not, that's still your husband. You went on TV and you couldn't even defend why he slapped Chris Rock. Well, I'm going to help Will in his defense. You know the reason why he slapped Chris Rock? Because he wanted it to be you. All of that pain, all of those nights crying, all of those thoughts of him answering or trying to figure out why she don't love me like I love her. You hate Will. There's black little girls out there that probably was looking up to you guys' marriage. I looked up to you guys' marriage. I wanted to be like y'all. I shouldn't have known that you was sick on this day. And you was mad because you didn't want to get married. I should have known that. I should have not known that. Why couldn't I just been left with the image of this? This was the happiness. Or because of what? You did all of this for what? All of this for what? This. You slandered your man, your husband, your protector. You didn't have one good thing to say about him. You talked about Tupac. That's the real love of your life. But you did all of that to get to this part of your life, the book. So because negative things sell, you thought, hey, let me put my husband through the bullshit, as if he wasn't already going through the bullshit. I told you he was broken on this day. You broke him. And this is the day he realized, oh shit, she doesn't love me. And you proved him right. All because of this. But see, well, this is why I'm mad at you. Because through all of that stuff that this woman put you through, she even had an entanglement with somebody that's supposed to be sick. You still love this woman. Even when she disrespects you to get to this point, you still loved her. And your words is marriages go through these things. Well, how come she's not wearing her ring well? I bet you are. I could bet any amount of money on it. You are wearing your wedding ring. Because you love her, Will. And if you're not wearing it, it's somewhere on you. It's close. It's either in your wallet, but you got it close. Yeah. In her defense, you had a meeting, a conference meeting, and you called it a sloppy public experiment. Well, I realized after seeing all of this, I thank God that I didn't follow in your footsteps. Because if I would have known that you were going through all of this, I would have looked at being in a relationship as a joke. I'd have went nowhere near it. Marriage would have never been in my language if I knew you were going through the bull crap. And there's three sides to a story: hers, yours, and the truth. And she told her side, and you told your side by making videos, being you. Because you said your social media is your bread and butter. And she violated that. You could have lost sponsors. She didn't care. So where I'm disappointed in you, because you're still fighting. Even when she said, I was so confused when he said, my wife. We haven't called each other husband and wife in months. It doesn't matter. Well, you're still making excuses for a person that doesn't love you. What is sloppy public experiment? Was this all a stunt to get this book out there? Was this a joke to get the people talking, to get y'all names out there? Was this a joke? Huh? Her telling the world it was an entanglement? Was this a joke? Huh? Was it? When he was sick and while you was out recording movies, yeah. Oh, yeah, they was entanglementing, all right. Uh-huh. They was getting tangled up, doing a tango under the sheets. Yeah. Look, you want to show her off. She ain't like that. She like this. This is more her speed. All just to get to this. Let's keep that up there for a minute. The black woman is damaged. Marriages is looked at as a joke now. If you ask any black man right now, let me ask you something. Do you plan on getting married anytime soon? They'll laugh at you and tell you to get on somewhere. The grandmothers ain't grandmothers no more. The grandmothers are 20-year-old women that still think they relevant. I remember growing up, when my grandparents had problems, you ain't know about it. Nobody didn't know about it. And they've been together 60 years. So you know they've been through some things. And the sad thing about it is, the sad thing is, we don't even have that no more. No, we don't have that no more. You know what we got? Huh? We got black women now disrespecting their husband, making them feel low, bringing them down to their breaking point, where they act irrationally.
Lord! Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay.
Fellas, my message to you is this. Don't let any woman bring you down to your breaking point. Don't let any woman bring you down to your breaking point. Don't let that happen. I'm begging you. If you see that it ain't working and you trying everything, just leave. For your sanity, for your peace of mind. Because if you trying to build something and then it's not working and the answers is right in your face, but you refuse to see the signs, you hide the red flags. Dig up them red flags and come to a reality check to know that this is your stop. You need to get off. Save yourself. Because at the end of the day, if you don't, this will be a breaking point. Don't let this be a breaking point. Let this be your rise. You got a woman and she don't love you the way you love her, get rid of her. There's somebody out there that's going to love you the same way you will love them. And with that, we're going to spin a block, man. Peace and blessings to everybody who watched this. Please make sure to hit the like button, the subscribe, and share. All of those 3 things is free. I appreciate everybody who watched this from the beginning to the end. Salute to all the subscribers, old and new. I love y'all, man. Peace and blessings. Thank you again. This is Hoodies Up. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. We also have a backup channel, Hoodies Up 2.0. So go over there. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe over there. Also, if anybody would want to do some interviews, any women that have careers as far as judge, cop, nurse, EMS worker, librarian, construction worker, HVAC technician, welder, any woman in those careers or any career, holla at me on my IG. It's Hoodies Up 34K. We always looking for growth, encouragement, and we always definitely always looking to inspire somebody, because there's somebody out there that want to get inspired. And with that, salute, peace, and blessings to everybody. I love y'all. This has and will forever be Hoodies Up forever.
Nigga, you still on Facebook, nigga, answering people. Shut the fuck up. Nigga, I'm out here, digital app, website, all of that. Page views is my middle name, nigga. Fuck you.
Yeah. I just want to know one thing. Who you mad at? Me or yourself? Sucker.
Selling drugs on the dime, hanging out with young thugs that all carry nines. Selling drugs on the dime, hanging out with young thugs that all carry nines. Selling drugs on the dime.